Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today, we are talking about the iDubbbz drama. Hell yeah. We're back on back on the drama train, baby. This is what
Hell yeah. This is probably the dumbest drama I've ever heard of in my life.
Yes. So stupid.
Okay, so if you guys aren't aware, Anissa, who is iDubbbz's girlfriend, started a OnlyFans. And initially, I did think they were actually nudes. But I've seen a bunch of tweets saying they're not nudes. So they're basically just like glorified Instagram posts. Yeah. And she's putting them on OnlyFans. And literally people are losing their shit about it. They are freaking out. They're it is insane. Like they're acting like, I don't know. I guess it's just because they put iDubbbz on such a high pedestal that they're like, I don't know.
Dude,
stupid.
If it were anyone other than iDubbbz, this would go down so different, you know? Like,
yeah, I think it's the only reason is because like iDubbbz, I think he called out like people like that. I don't think it was sex workers. I think it was more like Twitch people, like booby streamers. I think wasn't that? I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure something like that. Like he said something like that. And then people are saying like he's hypocritical and shit.
Well, he did make that the green screen video where he mentioned like, oh, you're a whore. You know, you sell yourself for money. You're a whore.
You're a whore. Just admit it. You're a whore. You whore yourself out online. You whore yourself out in front of your family and your friends. You're a whore, plain and simple.
And then people are putting that next to like.
Oh yeah, I've seen that a bunch of times.
Yeah. So, I mean,
and also people are saying that like Anissa's like forcing it and like forcing him to let her do it and stuff like that. But once you break it down, everybody, it's their own business. Yeah. And also the point that iDubbbz makes a shitload of money. It's like, okay, for example, my wife, she currently doesn't work anywhere because the only reason she doesn't is because any place that is available makes little to no money. And since we have a son, it's just better for her to stay at home, you know, just to be a stay-at-home mom, because it would cut into my YouTube time, and then in turn we'd make less money together. But
I mean, especially in today's climate, you know, with the coronavirus and shit.
Yeah. And what I'm getting with that is she got extremely depressed for a while because she didn't have anything to do. She wasn't fulfilled. Like, sure, I was making enough money for us to get by, but it's like she wasn't doing anything. Like she didn't have a job. Like, I mean, the only thing she was doing at that time was taking care of Ezra. But, you know, like now she's streaming and now she's working on starting a bakery and stuff like that. So she's a lot happier. But my point is it doesn't matter if your spouse makes a shitload of money and you can afford stuff. If you aren't doing something that contributes to it, if you aren't like feeling like you're worth anything, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if your spouse makes money. Because like, for example, if my wife was loaded as shit, I would feel awful if I wasn't contributing in any way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like I wouldn't feel fulfilled at all. I feel like that's a big part of it.
Yeah, there is that where like, you know, she wants to feel like she's contributing, she's making money, and she's like independent and stuff. But on the same token, I see some people's point of view where like she's kind of sacrificing some self-respect and dignity by like showing off her body for money. But at the same time, it's like they're not nude. She's not like fingering herself or anything. Like pretty much she's showing some skin. Like she probably would be doing that anyway on Instagram or somewhere, you know, like because she likes people responding positively and being like, oh, you're so hot or whatever. Like everybody likes to feel good about themselves. So she would probably post this stuff, or at least similar stuff, somewhere else. So she might as well make a shit ton of money doing it.
And like I get that argument. I do, like because I mean obviously she could do other things, you know. She was doing Twitch and she was doing YouTube. I don't know if she ever stopped that, but
yeah,
like,
she stopped.
The thing is I cannot relate. I cannot understand. I will never understand why people do that, because I personally would never do that. So I don't know, maybe for some people that does fulfill them and makes them happy. I don't know, but I mean, I obviously cannot understand it. One, because I'm not a female, because it normally is females doing it. And two, I personally wouldn't do it. So I don't know.
I think it has a lot to do with she likes to feel good about herself. She likes when people are like, "Oh, you're so hot" or whatever, and she like I understand that part.
Yeah.
And I don't think she's doing anything too obscene where like you're showing people what iDubbbz gets to see in the bedroom or whatever. She's not even posting nudes.
See, initially I wasn't like happy about it because I thought it was nudes, but after finding out it was just like, I guess, risque pictures, like there wasn't any nudes. It's like, okay, that's not as bad as I thought. At least she's not going like full gaping asshole on OnlyFans. That would be a little bit overkill.
I feel like, I would feel a little bit different about it if she were like legitimately doing porn. Obviously, I wouldn't want my wife doing that shit.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing. Like, for example, if my wife, if she like told me over and over that the only way she would be happy is if she was if she was posting risque pictures on OnlyFans or selling feet pics or some shit, I'd be like, okay, if that's gonna make you happy, if that'll make you feel better about yourself, then fine. But I mean, obviously, I would not be happy about it. I definitely wouldn't love the idea.
Yeah.
But it's the idea of it's their life,
Yeah.
You can't be controlling. You can't, like, literally everyone who's telling iDubbbz that he's a simp, like, you're literally basically saying, oh, he needs to control her life. He needs to make sure, he needs to keep her in place, He needs to make sure she doesn't step out of line.
Yeah,
that's
that's what,
bullshit. That's
what I'm getting from it too. It's like this weird, like this ancient idea of like the masculine part of the relationship is supposed to be controlling and in power and like make sure that the woman's in line. It's so weird.
It's a weird situation. Like, long story short, I think everyone's overreacting because it's not their life.
Yeah.
It's not your, it's not your girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, if he says it's okay, then it's okay. I don't understand. It's not like she's doing it behind his back.
Yeah, it's so fucked up that like there's so many people, like millions of people online, they're like really pissed off at him as if they have any sort of control over his personal life. Like these are two consenting adults, and I love that those memes are going around on Twitter like I consent and I consent, and it shows two pictures of them, and then it says we don't consent, and it shows a bunch of pictures of like incels.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Like, we don't consent. This is not fair.
And talking about that video that Autonomy made, personally, I think Autonomy just kind of went into it without research.
He just wanted views. He just wanted views.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, we've all been there. Like, there was a trending topic happening. Something big happened. We just wanted to talk about it.
Yeah.
And initially, like, when I did not understand the situation or think about it much, I agreed with them on some points with the Tozy. And I was like, oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. And then, but after hearing every side of the situation, I'm like, oh, she's not selling nudes. Like, it's their life. They could do what they want. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think Autonomy just went into it kind of just no research, just like off of a whim. So I can't really give him much flack because I feel like everyone kind of reacted like that initially. Yeah,
like Anissa said something that people are hating on her for, which I think is a little bit ridiculous. Like, they're saying like, oh, she's justifying the Holocaust when she obviously didn't justify the Holocaust. She said something like, oh, the scientists there were like, they were awful. They were testing on people, but we made because of that, it resulted in a bunch of scientific progress or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that's the equivalent of saying, Holocaust good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, she's right, like, what the fuck? It's so stupid. I mean, whatever. And that, like, people just want to hate her, I think, because she's with iDubbbz. That's what it seems like.
Well, see, she's already like fighting a losing fight initially, because the fact that she's with iDubbbz. Like, anyone, especially someone that dates a YouTuber after they got really successful.
Yeah.
That's like the biggest thing that people are like, they're sketchy.
They're instantly gonna be like, oh, you're just clout chasing.
Exactly. Like there's no way around it.
Yeah. End of the day, their relationship, their problems, like, don't concern yourself with it. It's stupid. Like, they're two consenting adults that know what they're doing. Like, they're both okay with it, so why should you have a problem with it? It's just silly.
Also, you know what's funny? The majority of people getting mad at them are like 12 years old. Like, they've probably never even had a girlfriend for more than 2 months.
Yeah. Or it's like...
And they're acting like they understand.
It's people with like 3 IQ. I looked up a bunch of videos, and I just watching these random responses to his video and stuff, and people are just like, oh my god, I loved iDubbbz, but now he's such a simp cuck now. I can't believe it.
Oh, God, I hate everyone, dude.
I still like iDubbbz. I never cared about the OnlyFans. It was a funny meme. I tweeted about it.
Boring. This is really boring. You really need to up the energy level. I'm getting sick of this.
I fucking hate people. Like, just that attitude to have. Like, he's not as badass as he used to be. He's not as Chad as he used to be, man. He used to had a nice, long, fat cock. Now it's small. God damn it, grow up. I know I'm telling grow up to like 12-year-olds, but fucking hell. So pathetic, dude. Because you got to realize that, I mean, I'm not just going to say just females, but like females and males, like when you have, like maybe she has, you know, depression and maybe she's not comfortable with her body, and some people are okay with people getting, you know, plastic surgery to help them with that. You know, sometimes it doesn't help people with it, sometimes it does. So I don't know. The point is, no one knows their fucking situation, so shut up.
Yeah.
No one knows what's going on in their life. No one knows why they did it or the reason for it. You should just suck it up, deal with it, move on with your life.
Yeah, take the stuff online as entertainment, and that's it. Like, even the people that, like myself and Pig have made videos on, we don't know these people. You know, like we don't spend time with them. We haven't like gone down and researched like every aspect of their life. Like, we don't know them as people. So we're just trying to entertain people. Like, that's our main mission at the end of the day. I mean, we don't really make videos like that anymore, but when we used to anyway. Yeah. So like, if you watch videos like that, like commentary videos, like I've never in my life watched a video of someone and then like obviously like they get blasted online and then I go to their channel and start hating on them and start like disliking their videos. I've never done that once in my life.
Dude, I always like to think about that concept because I've never once disliked a video and I've never once left a negative comment.
Right.
And I've never once even thought about it. So just the idea that like so many people are just getting rock hard, just like typing on the keyboard. Anissa's a bitch. Yeah, you're a simp cuck.
And let's be real, okay? I'm gonna ask you this question. You have to answer completely honestly. All right?
Okay.
If this was coming out about like, let's say Keemstar was like his wife was like starting OnlyFans. Or his girlfriend or whatever, and he was like supporting it or whatever, would we be reacting the same way? Like if it was Leafy or someone? No.
100% not. No, not even close.
What?
Honestly, people would probably support it. Like people would probably majority support it compared to this.
Just because iDubbbz and he's really respected.
No, like yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like with Keemstar, people would probably just laugh and then make memes about it and then move on.
Exactly, yeah. Like he wouldn't get like a huge hate brigade against him.
But since iDubbbz is, you know, respected and he calls out things on the internet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
People kind of forget he's a human being. You know, it's so stupid.
It's just surprising that he even made a video, because you would assume he would just expect this to happen, you know.
Yeah.
Like he would expect his audience to at least react in some manner. But I don't know, maybe he didn't think it would happen on this scale.
Honestly, I don't think he should have responded to it. I don't think.
Yeah, I think he should have left it. To be honest.
It's not. It probably would have faded away if he didn't respond to it. He made it 1,000 times worse with the video.
Or at least on his main channel. Like maybe if he did it on like another channel, but.
Or maybe just make a tweet about it, you know? Like that's
because I even saw so many comments of people saying, "Who's Anissa and what is happening?" You know, like people don't even know on his channel. It could have just stayed on Twitter, but oh well.
Maybe it was getting too out of hand. He probably like figured that, you know, if you went to his most recent video about peanuts, like every single comment was about it. It was absurd.
Oh, Yeah, they probably wouldn't let him live it down until he said something.
Yeah, but do you think he's in denial at all? Like,
I don't know.
Do you think he actually hates it, but he's just like pretending that he doesn't? You know.
To be fair, if I was in that situation,
Yeah.
and I was like, my hands were tied, and I wanted to make sure that, like, for example, my wife was happy doing what she was doing, and that's what she wanted to do, I would be kind of clenching my teeth a bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'd be kind of like I'm okay with it, but at the same time, it's like a little bit, not good.
Personally, I wouldn't like it, and I
Yeah.
don't think a lot of people would. But
Yeah.
if he claims he's fine with it, then he's fine with it. And I'm sure there are people who are fine with that. And it's like, he probably sees it as like Jessica Negri. She's like this like cosplay artist that like dresses up really, scantily clad and like just barely hides her nips and stuff and posts that shit on like Twitter and everything. She has a boyfriend in a loving relationship, and she probably makes a shit ton of money from that. This is like Anissa's doing the same exact shit. She's getting paid for like showing her body, but like no nudes or anything. And she's in a relationship, and they're both fine with it. And I think like she's just being smart, Like she could just she might just want to show off her body, and she just figured like might as well get paid for it.
But at the end of the day, the real simps are the ones who are paying for it.
Yes, exactly.
So you can't be calling iDubbbz a simp when you're the one paying for pictures. So
yeah,
go fuck yourself.
At the end of the day, iDubbbz is a pimp, and
you're the simp.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching this. Just get over it. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, leave whatever you think in the comments down below. Even if you disagree with some of our points, it's fine. This is just a discussion we'd like to have with you guys.
No, you have to agree. If you don't agree, leave.